All right, I got the sound effects going. We're going to start with pre-rolls, and Zach, can you take it away?
Today's show is sponsored by
With a
Wink.
little more enthusiasm,
good
please.
Lord. Oh, my gosh.
Today's show
There you go.
is sponsored by Wink. Wink offers wine that is personalized to your palate and delivered right to your door. Wink is offering our listeners $20 off right now when you go to trywink.com/BadChristian. They'll even cover shipping. That's $20 off plus complimentary shipping when you go to trywinc.com/BadChristian.
Okay, good try there. Listen to me do one here. Today's show is also sponsored by Distilled. You don't need to be a celebrity to look amazing. You can get luxury-grade denim with the perfect fit starting just at $75. So go to distilled.com/badchristian right now and get 10% off your first pair. That's dstld.com/badchristian for 10% off right now. All right, Chad, you try one.
Okay. Today's show is also sponsored by Tracker. Make losing things a thing of the past. Pair Tracker to your smartphone, attach it to anything, and find its precise location with the tap of a button. Go to thetracker.com right now and enter promo code BadChristian for your free Tracker Bravo with any order. That's thetracker.com, promo code BadChristian.
Good job, Chad. Here we go.
You are now entering the Bad Christian Podcast.
Give me a 3, give me a 2, give me a 1. Toby's behind the wheel, but can he kick a bass drop?
Man, am I not inspired because of the guys reading those ads? Good Lord.
Welcome to the
Zach, my
podcast.
God, now I get it. They're super cred, would never sell out their music for money. It's because they physically can't.
They just can't.
do it. It's not because they're cred.
No.
They can't even do
I
that.
felt like I was going at 200% there.
Hey,
but-
that felt pretty good to me. I don't know what you're talking about.
The podcasters and musicians, the overlap is not as much as you would think. I typically find when I listen to a podcast I like normally, and then they have a musician as a guest, that's always a skip episode for me because musicians are
super boring.
So boring.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's very rare that you get a musician on there. They'll come on a podcast or do something and be themselves or boisterous or not guarded and stuff like that. So we'll keep
True.
you guys loose today because
Well,
we
that's
I got it.
awesome. I'm glad we got 2 of them for this episode.
It's going to be great.
The skip episode, I guess.
All right, y'all got to explain to him that Toby's in the car here if you want to, Joey, why he sounds funny.
Yeah, so basically we're asking Toby to mute himself when he's not talking because there's a lot of background noises because he's behind the wheel on the way to his next True Man experience. And so we're desperately praying for a hedge of protection around your car and that God would give you great traveling mercies, brother.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm headed to True Man, Indianapolis. I'm excited about it now. Thank you for praying for me. I've already shot 3 birds with my hand. And because of just me and Chad, it's because of old people. Chad was saying just earlier that twice this year you've gotten hit in a car by an older person. Older people, I just believe, should be. They are not allowed to drive after what, 52?
Sure.
Like yourself, basically.
Yeah, I was getting ready to ask you, which category are you in? The
Yeah.
one in danger of getting hit, or are you the danger behind the wheel at this point?
I don't know. I'm in that I'm 41. I'm in that weird age where I don't know if I'm the cause or it's them.
Yeah, well,
A little of both.
you'll know soon.
Well, hey, I gotta give Zach props because he actually does have some acting skills. And I wanted to this is like the first time he's been on here in a while, so I wanted to actually bring this up that him and I have done a couple of interviews promoting his new albums, and I took on an asshole character, was really belittling, super rude, very unprofessional. And Zach, you had many people come up to you basically saying, "What is up with that Joey guy?"
Yeah, they just kept saying, yeah.
Did people really think that I was in crazy asshole mode for that interview? Like, we got your back, man.
I can tell you I have not had one person, probably of, I don't know, like 30 people, ever tell me that they thought it was a joke. Like every single person is like, what was wrong with that guy? He's just being so mean to you. That was ridiculous.
Well, that's a good thing because what that means is like, for instance, from our point of view or Joey's point of view, that means those people didn't already know who he was, which is good. That means it's reaching new people, and that kind of cross media is good. And I always think it's good when it makes people have to at least think or whatever. And so there's a lot of people that probably did get it. But the funny thing about it is just that despite that normal problem, and we've covered this endlessly and it will never stop, Joey is the king of not being understood when he's joking. His jokes are so committed that it's only about 60% on average in public or at a table that know he's joking half the time. So that's partly a Joey problem, but it's what I love about Joey.
Yeah.
Fully committed.
It says committed. That's
just
the problem.
Yeah.
You just stick to it, man.
That just blows my mind. That is great. I mean, I was like smacking on popcorn. I was interrupting you. I was making fun of your songs. I was botching lyrics. I mean, unbelievable. That's crazy,
the best part is when they just, most people, it's usually something about, why does he keep saying your name wrong? Like they just can't seem to understand. To me, that's like the biggest give. I mean, have you ever met a Zatch before?
No.
It's like the guy's clearly joking. But.
So the musicians, though, it's also musicians' crowds their fans are kind of serious. It's not that they're serious. They're inevitably consumers of comedy and stuff like that, but they have you in your brain as a very narrow thing. And that, before we started podcasting, that was kind of the part of the reason I wanted to start podcasting in the first place, was because I felt like I've been this guy in a band with this kind of hair or that kind of guitar that does those songs with the screaming and the sad stuff. And there's, 12 sets of lyrics that I don't even write that come out every 2 years. And I'm figuring like a lot of people know me, but nobody daggum knows me at all.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of uncomfortable with that because I like my personality. I think it's fun. And when I meet people, they seem to like it. So I was like, I would like to be known, which is why I wanted to podcast. But it's interesting because musicians, they get that. I think people put them in that category and maybe coach them into being reserved and worrying about their credibility and protecting themselves kind of thing.
Totally.
Like, for instance, Chad's not known as a hilarious guy that's always goofing around, but he's very fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't.
That's boisterous.
He's a fun guy.
I mean, but your fans don't know you as like clowning. For the most part.
It's true. Yeah.
Well,
Until they meet us in meet and greets.
We were, Toby and I were just talking about him being in Nashville and, just the living situation and how expensive it is. And I'm the dumb non-music guy that doesn't really know how everything works, but I know that y'all do y'all depend on your music for income? Because I know Toby's set up. I mean, he makes money from a little bit of money from BadChristian, some from music, and what he's doing.
Sells plasma.
Sells plasma. Goes to sperm banks and all sorts of stuff. There's probably little Tobys in different parts of the world.
Little Toby.
That's what it means. You have to make part from every little income you can. But
like, what's y'all's life set up here? Like, strictly music? Do y'all have to work at a coffee shop? I mean, how's it going for you guys?
I mean, it's all music for me, and it's mostly Kings. But I do like some production stuff on the side. Like last year, I did a record for film, like for sync licensing. With another buddy of mine, but it's mostly Kings. And actually, it's been cool because my wife has had a part-time job from home helping a real estate agent, and just this week, she's done with that to help run Kings and manage it.
That's cool.
Yeah, we just need more help.
You sound good when you get closer to the mic.
Okay,
if
great.
You're not uncomfortable with it.
No, it's fine.
So, Chad, is it a secret at this point of a hip-hop guy that you've been working with? Because I've been pretty curious about that, or is that not to be disclosed?
No, we've been talking about that for a while. So I've been helping produce Andy Minio's next record, and it's been almost a year now. We started in July, just making tons of tracks for him, me and another dude. And hopefully we'll see what happens with it. He's still kind of sitting with a bunch of that music, but yeah.
Nice.
It's cool.
Now, were you kind of into hip hop, like, or are you now? Like, do you have a hip hop background?
Yeah, I grew up basically only being into hip hop, DJing and stuff, and then making lots of beats. So it's kind of funny because like the older I'm getting, I'm just basically you know, going exactly back to when I was 14 years old,
That's
making
really-
beats in my basement.
That's really common though. Like,
Really?
yeah, but not even just musically, but it's also common. I find there's a little bit of a cycle that I've noticed, and this may be anecdotal, but I typically see people like me who are into, what are you into when you're a teenager?
Yeah.
Like, not really music. I wasn't even exposed to it, so I was, let's say, into sports a lot. And then I got into music when I finally came online and was into punk, and I got this stuff, and I went so far into that I don't remember who was even in the Super Bowls in the late 90s and early 2000s.
Right.
And
Yep.
now I'm like, whatever, and music and sports is back. Or the kind of music I used to like. If I go back
Yeah.
and listen to Alice in Chains now, I'm in heaven. But I didn't, you know what I mean? Like, stuff I
It's just-
rejected earlier. There's some span when you were so focused on
Right.
developing your new career.
Right.
And then, and you just, it's kind of a rejection of
Yeah.
things that you were doing because you feel like you're,
You're
know.
like totally absorbed in it. I did the
Yeah.
same thing with basketball.
Yeah.
I played basketball like every day, was super into it, posters all over my room, left it for music, and now like I follow the NBA.
now that
religiously.
super intense
Right.
early 20s fervor of what you were doing that you thought was
Right.
new and exciting has faded a little bit, and you're more
Right.
mature. Your real other
Yeah.
interests you had before kind of come
Did
back.
you do that with sports?
Yeah, I mean, even with music, I spent a long time saying the '90s were stupid, and now I feel like all the music just sounds like '90s music.
Yeah.
That's an interesting thing too, because Zach, if we're going to stay on the topic of making money and doing stuff like that, Zach, for instance, is making at least part-time income. He's producing the Matt and Toby record.
That's right.
And so,
Oh,
and
sweet.
speaking of 90s, because I think it sounds 90s, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just, when you said that, it reminded me. I guess
Yeah.
that is kind of
It
what
is.
what
It has
sounds
that
like.
vibe to it,
It's
yeah.
like a modern version of the 90s, but it's 90s in the sense that the production is totally uncontrolled. Like, it's every hit of the drum sounds different and loose, and it feels like it's engineered in a way that just totally reminds me of the 90s. Like, it's so opposite of polished. And
Yeah.
but it's so good.
Yeah, I love that stuff, man.
So that's
So
you can look forward to that. But
So Zach, producing, writing music, you've got Citizens and Saints going on, you got solo stuff going on. Are you pretty much 100% music, creating,
Yeah.
art, that sort of thing? That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
That's very cool. Now,
let him
go
answer
ahead.
the question.
Yeah, cool. Okay,
yeah,
next thing.
that's great. Are we gonna do that interview thing again? Because
Yeah, Zach.
He just cuts you off every
But you,
time.
tell us your income, like
yeah.
the dollar amount.
everything. All right, let me pull it up real quick because it's so much. So I do, yeah, all those things. I kind of joke sometimes, just say I'm like a musician's handyman. I just feel like I'm doing everything and all things music. But there's also a thing called Gospel Song that we started a couple years ago through Tooth and Nail, and that's
Yeah.
and I'm kind of, I do some work with that as far as just bringing bands on and stuff like that and helping to build a catalog there. So it's kind of a little bit of everything. There's not really one thing that makes more money. They all just kind of,
It's random.
He's
yeah.
also like a full-time ghostwriter for me. I basically text him lyrics every day, and we work on them together. So.
What about how do
I'm not kidding either.
the crazy thing is the three of us all do this stuff and live in Seattle, and Toby's
Yeah.
in Nashville, but all very expensive cities,
Yeah.
which is so awful because I realized
Yeah.
that for the most part, what we do, we could live on the beach in Mexico or in the middle of Montana on a ranch, and we could do almost everything we do,
Yeah.
and it would just be way cheaper. We
Yeah.
make the same amount of money.
It's so
almost.
true.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's the awful thing is Zach and Chad and I all live within, like 20 blocks of each other and in the city limits of Seattle. It's just ridiculous. And we're still
it
able to
worth
make
it?
it
Yeah.
somehow. Well, that's
So
what I was going to say.
apparently
I think
it's
so.
worth it to you guys?
It's definitely worth it because
Yeah.
now I'm sitting here talking to Chad and
Yeah.
Zach,
Yeah,
who I'm
you
working
just-
on music with, and this whole building is full of talented people that the studio's in, and it's just inspirational. Not only there's a little bit of, you could say, who you know or networking or important people in the city, but it's less of that and more just inspirational and people to learn from.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about
Yeah.
being in a cool and major city, at least.
Now, do
Inspiring.
y'all
Yeah.
do y'all
Let's
get
let
Sedalia,
Toby
Missouri, though.
Road Noise talk a little bit.
I was saying, yeah, but Sedalia, Missouri? What?
Now Toby's lived in the middle of Missouri before too, but you've still gravitated toward Nashville, Toby. So what do you think
I
ultimately?
know y'all like the big cities and the energy and the creativity there. But I'm telling you, where I lived in Clinton, Missouri, we had a Walmart. We had, what else did we have?
That's it. Just a Walmart.
Let me ask you a question. Do y'all have a Walmart in downtown Seattle?
No,
I don't
no.
think so.
Dang it.
Did you have any trouble with inspiration when all you had was an Applebee's and a Walmart? And fields.
Oh yeah, for sure. I couldn't do anything. All I did was watch Price is Right.
and Wheel of Fortune. Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
The Price is Right.
HGTV and Price is Right was all I could even think about. There's nothing.
ATVs are inspiring. Come on.
Hey, have y'all?
Hey, one question. Hey, one question I want to ask you guys now. What's kind of cool is y'all are both working on other people's music. Is that harder? Like, is it just as fun? Is it less fun? Not like you're doing beats for Andy Mineo or whatever, and Zach, you're working with us. Is that more of a challenge? Is it just as fun, or do you like that as much?
I think it's easier, personally,
Mm-hmm.
just because it's like you don't have to fully reflect yourself. I don't know. I feel like it's almost more fun too because you just have more confidence with kind of wild ideas. You don't have to second guess yourself a little bit.
You let that artist sink with your crazy ideas. Not yours.
Exactly. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's just you know, sometimes even with, like if you're with somebody and they're tracking vocals, they're always more self-conscious about the way their voice sounds. And then, then what you would do if you were listening to them, where you're like, oh no, that little thing that's weird, I like it. It's great. It makes you. So I just think you're willing to push somebody else further than you'd push yourself.
So you don't find it creative? You don't find your creativity like you want to hoard it? Like, wait, I had an idea, but I can't use it for this other guy. Like, Zach, you have all these ideas and stuff you did on music. Did you feel like, damn, I should have just kept that?
Of course. No.
Well, that's the way I
love
feel sometimes, but I don't know if that's
I
the
don't
right
know
impulse.
though. I feel like the opposite of what you're saying.
Really?
Because I feel like I can't. I've been finding myself, even as I'm working on your guys' project, spending too much time on a guitar part or thinking through the arrangement because I just want it to be so great.
Yeah.
Like I want it. I want you guys to love it, but at the same time, I want to be really proud of it too. And so maybe that's the challenge. I feel like I'm somehow become a part of it in a weird way.
Oh,
so
more than a part of it. We got to change the band name. it's gonna be Zach and Toby plus Matt. That's over.
Well, and I think for me, with working on hip hop stuff is it's really clear. It's like, well, I'm making this because I think it's incredible. If you don't want it, I'm just keeping
take it. Yeah.
Like it's not like I'm arranging a song that's already written. I'm making beats, and if he doesn't want them, I'll use them. So, I don't know.
Well,
I have that luxury.
Speaking of music, y'all want to do a song?
Yeah.
I'll read a sponsor spot, and somebody can get set up. Y'all decide who wants to go first. Chad, you want to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay. There you go. Yeah, if you're ready to do it, I think the audio will be good. We'll make an adjustment if it's not.
Well, I was just going to say, speaking of ghostwriting, Zach helped me write the song, of course. I'm going to do Sabotage.
And this is from
record.
the last record. Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of long, so I'm just going to do the first part of it, probably. Okay. If this is living, then I am finally finding out life's misleading. If this is freedom, then I'm not sure if I want it now. I have reached the ceiling. If this is success, well then I should have expected less. I could keep on dreaming, cause if I'm honest, I am beginning to have my doubts. Who do I believe in? I can't escape the sabotage, taking what I want. But slowly I'm discovering exactly what is wrong. I pour myself out for myself, such a selfish fool. When all I want is you, yeah, all I want is you. This isn't living, I'm so defeated and uninspired. Life's deceiving, this isn't freedom. I never stop, always running tired. I just keep on reaching. This isn't success, I'm just a jumble of work and stress, and I'm always reeling. And if I'm honest, I am beginning to have my doubts. Who do I believe in? I can't escape the sabotage, taking what I want. But slowly I'm discovering exactly what is wrong. I pour myself out for myself, such a selfish fool. When all I want is you, yeah, all I want is you. Now, as I cross this parted sea, all I had is behind me. With my home now far from view, this is home right here with you. You have sabotaged this sea. Now you're walking here with me. This is home right here with you. And I am home right here with you. Wade in the water, children, home right here with you. Life is a restless maze. You are my hiding place. Oh, life is a reckless haze. You are my endless grace. Oh, life is a restless maze. You are my hiding place. No, life is a restless maze. You are my endless grace. Oh.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
That's incredible, Chad. That's really cool to hear it and sitting here in the room. I don't know if it captures in the mic well. I hope
Hopefully.
so. But the thing interesting about that is an example of being in a city and being around people like this. Chad came in here and plugged that guitar into my amp, turned on his pedal, and strummed a chord. And then another talented friend of ours from down the hall, Andy, who does video guy, who works in the building, just popped his head in and said, "I hear Chad." You know, he knew from the guitar chord that Chad played with his sound that Chad must be in the building.
Oh, man.
And pops right in, and he's just a super talented video director. He did your video.
He did the Dreams video, yeah.
And so that's just a good example of people.
Yeah.
And Toby, I like being able to see where you are. That's really
That's
cool.
kinda
Yeah,
cool.
man.
Hey, can I ask a super
I
annoying
was
question?
setting the mood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
So I'll preface by saying I know this is annoying, but I still want to ask it, and that is, you have to get this question a lot. So, are you a worship song writer? And if so, do you see yourself kind of doing, and for both of you guys, because I know Citizens and Saints, same sort of thing, like. What did he say?
Do it
I didn't
again.
hear what he just.
Do it
I didn't
again,
hear it
Toby.
either.
It
What do you-
distorted when you did that. Do it
It was
again.
funny. He's lost.
We can't understand him when he's
It's a cool sound effect.
So are you guys doing the same, like, are y'all doing the same thing as like a Hillsong or a Matt Redman? Like, are y'all worship song writers?
Well, I mean, first, I think that question, like, it has to come from a certain perspective of,
Yeah.
like, it's only people that are going to ask that question are people that are within a church,
Obviously.
going like, am I doing
Right,
this
yeah.
music for church or what is
Pastor
this? Like,
there.
it's a very
Right.
narrow segment of
Anybody
people
that would ask
in
that
the world
question
that
is
ask
a
that question.
narrow-minded
No.
church person. I agree.
But to that narrow like niche of
I
people,
know y'all get this all
it's a
the
good
time.
question.
It has
Yeah,
to be
no,
inundated
it
with
makes sense why people ask it that are coming from that world, and especially because I mean, Zach's saying we both came from working in a church doing worship music. So, I mean, since I left Mars Hill Church and I'm not no longer like, being paid to lead worship music on Sundays, I just sort of feel like music is whatever I want to do, but I can't really get away from the gospel aspect of it because that's how I was like groomed into songwriting. So we're writing all these gospel songs and they're super spiritual and worshipful and stuff, but there's no intention of any of these songs are going to be played on a Sunday. You know what I mean? Like, and most of them I don't think really work very well anymore that we're writing, but we have lots of old ones that did because that's what we wrote them for.
You just think of it as art for its own sake.
Yeah,
basically.
totally. But it's still that's Christian because that's kind of what the world would come out of,
That's what I think is really is so intriguing because a lot of the people that are from that world that are starting to listen to King's K, for instance. I mean, it's somewhat of a common thing. Oh yeah, man, I listen to I like Matt Redman. I really like John Mark McMillan. Oh, King's Kaleidoscope, that's another one of my favorites. I mean, you guys are kind of being lumped together, but from our perspective, like actually knowing you guys are both in a different category. Other people don't see that, but what you just described, I don't think is what people from Hillsong, and I'm not trying to, be derogatory towards them, but it's like two different things for sure.
Well, Hillsong's engineered for a specific purpose.
Yeah, I mean, Hillsong
explicitly.
Hillsong is like the best franchise model ever for like writing songs that can be copied and played anywhere in the world. Like they kill it, and they're great at it. So it's just a very different thing. Like we've got the same 7 people in this band, and we're just writing whatever we want. There's no thought to like, well, how does a youth group play this in Wichita?
Right.
Is it
Have you guys got
Zach?
asked?
It's interesting because I think when the band started, same thing as Kings. We actually both bands started at the same kind of church campus. But I don't know. I think now I don't really think about writing songs for the church to sing. I think part of it too is even the church I go to, and they did just a couple weeks ago play one of our songs, but it's probably one of the first times I ever remember them doing that. So my entire time there, I've always thought, man, I can't imagine them ever doing a Citizen song.
Yeah.
And so I think it's given me a different perspective that I think, if you really want to copy the Hillsong thing or whatever, even what we were doing at Mars Hill, like if you really want to copy that, I think that's one thing. But I just think, honestly, it just feels like a moving target. I don't really feel like trying to hit it, trying to write songs people sing. So I just would rather just write songs about what God's teaching me, what I'm learning, what I'm
So
believing.
Zach, what would you do? I don't know if you've heard, I know all the big name Christian conferences, for example. There's one called Catalyst, which, I mean, just huge. How would you handle the request, Zach, we like your stuff. Can you come in and lead worship for tens of thousands of pastors? Like, do you feel like you'd owe them an explanation? Yes, I will, but you have to understand blah, blah, blah. Or would you just say, sure, hell yeah, I'll do that in a heartbeat?
Yeah, I mean, we do it just because I think we would. I mean, it depends on each circumstance. And the only reason is because we have songs that I think are a little bit more suited towards that. I just don't think that the stuff we've written recently really lends itself very well to that type of situation. But it's always surprising to me when I hear people, saying they're doing one of the songs from our new record in their church, and I'm like, wow, I didn't even think that was possible, but you're doing it. So that's kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Is it fun getting to play outside of the church these days? Because, hey, lady, if you had another eye, you'd be a cyclops. But is it fun playing outside of the church, guys?
Yeah, it's great. It's fun. It's cool because it's a neutral venue, man.
Yeah, it's like,
and there's lots of guys yelling at us.
That's actually a good word. We've been doing our own tour this whole year, the Live Love tour.
Yeah.
With sometimes Ghost Ship's been out with us, sometimes the singing team as well. So really, it's like the old Mars Hill Music crew actually for the first time trying to hit every major market, major city in the whole country, and it's been really fun. But
what's the upcoming dates on that?
Uh,
Tickets on sale now. If you got one coming up in just a couple of weeks, so
I mean,
let's make sure
literally,
everybody knows about
we
it.
have
April.
never been to Texas ever, and we're going to Texas.
I believe we're in.
All the big
I think
spots.
April 22nd. We're in Houston.
I'm pulling it
we're
up
in
right now.
Dallas, I believe.
Yeah, so you can look it out on the website at livelovetour.com.
Yeah.
and
April
they'll have the dates
22nd,
there.
Dallas, Houston, Austin, and then we go to Orlando, Atlanta, Nashville. We've never been to
And
any
May.
of those. I've actually personally never been to any of those cities except for Orlando.
Wow. That's so
I
crazy that
haven't
your
seen
band can
much
be
of the
this
country at all.
successful and have not played for even your fans ever in most
Yeah.
in
Pretty
the
wild.
major markets of the U.S.
Well,
That's incredible.
And the craziest thing was we went to both bands, we played a festival in New Zealand, and then we went to Australia. And in Sydney, Australia, like one of the biggest, like the club for that city, major world city, 1,200 cap room, we sold it out.
That's unbelievable.
Both bands.
It
It was insane. It was nuts. It was the biggest show of the whole
But you hadn't
tour.
been to Dallas. But okay, got it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like we haven't been to Houston or like we haven't been to Dallas, but like we go to Sydney.
Yeah.
And they like us more there. So.
But that's the other weird thing about our band, because our schedules, we're not like touring for weeks at a time, so
No.
we're only getting to cities when we can. So
Well, we're both of you guys and us, Emery and Classic Crime and a couple other bands are doing a new thing out there where we're booking our own stuff and where we're not really using managers and agents even, or promoters for the most part, where we're just kind of booking these things. So we just did that for the first time, and you guys have been doing it a little while, and Classic Crime's been doing it a while. But I sure do get a kick out of renting a room out and just knowing that our fans will be there, and there's nobody in between.
We
that.
know.
It's awesome.
We don't know though. You guys have a little bit more like you have a track record. For us, we're just like, well, I got to pay all this
It's
money
been
to rent
working
this venue.
so far.
Cross our fingers, like we just see what happens.
Well, it's been working so far for you guys.
Yeah.
Your numbers are great. Now these Texas rooms are really big though,
Yeah,
so
they
I
are.
I do want to
they're
encourage
roomy.
everybody
We did,
to drive and come out and go to your
man.
shows and make this prove this can work. Yeah.
We got two. Well, it's funny. Houston is like it's LA and Houston are our number one streaming cities in the world.
Same for us. Yeah.
And then we got this huge room for Houston. We're like, oh, we'll sell a whole bunch of tickets. We're like, no, it's just like a normal amount of people.
I think it's
coming
because
to
we
this
thought,
thing.
well, we went to Sydney, never been there before.
Yeah.
And we did an 800. We had an 800 room at first, and the tickets sold out over Christmas break
yeah,
or
in like a
something.
couple weeks.
Yeah, and over there it was kind of a weird time because that's
And
like
we don't have a lot of stream.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at streaming on Spotify for that city, and I'm like, oh, we better. There's not that much, so that kind of shocked us.
So anyway,
Well, I need to move
go,
on
Houston.
and pay another bill, and I'd like to hear a song from Zach. And I didn't know what you had. No, sorry, we have a certain amount of time today. But Zach, what do you want to play? You want to play something?
I'm gonna do a cover song.
A cover song. Okay, give me 1 second here. Let's hear it, Zach.
Let's do it. You must be my lucky star, 'cause you shine on me wherever you are. I just think of you and I start to glow, and I need your light, and baby I know that starlight. First star I see tonight, starlight. Make everything alright, starlight. First star I see tonight, starlight. Oh yeah. You must be my lucky star, 'cause you make the darkness seem so far. And when I'm lost, you'll be my guide. I just turn around and you're by my side. Oh, starlight. First star I see tonight, starlight. Make everything alright, starlight. First star I see tonight, starlight. Oh yeah. Come on, shine your heavenly body tonight, 'cause you know you're gonna make everything alright. Come on, shine your heavenly body tonight, 'cause I know you're gonna make everything alright. Starlight, first star I see tonight, starlight. Make everything alright, starlight. First star I see tonight, starlight, starlight, starlight. First star I see tonight, starlight. Make everything alright, starlight. First star I see tonight, starlight. Oh yeah.
Oh goodness, that was something.
I know. Wow. Your voice, dog. Your voice.
It's a cover song, but what is it? I don't know the song.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Nobody
You know
knows
that
it,
song
huh?
much.
What
it's
is it?
Madonna.
Nobody knows that song.
I don't know. It seemed like
I was disappointed that it was a secular song, but I thought it was pretty good.
I know. Well, I know you guys are starting to interview more women, so I thought I'd do a song by a girl.
Thank you for adding that nugget of diversity to
Yeah,
our show. It
you
will
know.
help.
Yeah.
For sure. Hey, I
Although
want to
you
thank
did say
you.
song by a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did say girl though, so that's
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah.
Sorry,
it's-
woman.
It's
Woman
lady, woman.
Lady.
How old was she when she wrote it?
Yeah, right. If,
I
if
don't
she wrote it when she
know.
was-
I don't know that she wrote it. That's the problem. But I used to listen to that song back when I was, a young boy.
I want to thank you guys too for letting us. I think we're live right now on King's K's page, so we're avoiding some bad language here, and you're letting us cut up and be loose and do our ads and ads for wine and stuff like that. So thank you for letting us be on your channel in front of your audience. I know most of your audience knows who we are or something. I know we have a good bit of overlap.
Every show on this tour, we got some kid who comes up at the end with a Bad Christian T-shirt
Oh, yeah.
on or something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
great.
Hey, speaking of avoiding foul language, Chad, I keep saying this, but I mean it. I know this is an annoying question, but are you still paying the price for the infamous F word in your song?
Let
Lewis album?
me pay one more bill and give Chad a second to think on that. And we'll be done with that. So just
Hey, Bills.
Just one
Hey,
more and
Bill.
we'll be done. Sorry about
Hey,
that.
Bill.
Chad hates my guts.
No, it's,
The cliffhanger F word.
everybody
There you
asks
go.
that.
Is he
It's
going to
fine.
say it?
There we go. So, all right, Chad, go back to that question Joey asked you. The normal.
I mean, so we actually are. We had a idea up front of like how many people would be upset about it, and we kind of guessed what that would be. And I actually think it came through a little bit less than what we expected.
you expected more
wow.
fallout.
I expected more fallout. Like there's the big stuff like obviously those at Creation Festival dropped us, and like Lifeway won't carry any of our CDs anymore and stuff like that. But the overwhelming like majority of the feedback is positive. It's stories, a lot of stories from kids and stuff that are really affected by the song. The New Zealand festival that we went to, the guy that runs that festival, he like loved that song. I mean, I think that's probably a huge reason why we even went there. So like, if we have to miss out on playing a festival in the middle of nowhere, Washington, to go to New Zealand because the guy loves it, let's do it. Yeah.
Take it. Yeah.
yeah.
So I mean, it's even on like it's just been a cool thing to be able to talk about with people, and at all the shows, it's like a really intense moment in the night that's pretty special. So
And you do it, and you do that song live and perform it with the F word in it.
I mean, most venues, we just do. Actually, it just depends on how I feel, honestly. But it's whatever. There's some venues like if we're renting out a church facility or something like that, and they've got a bunch of kids there, I'll do the clean one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we just take it by show kind of.
I know you were writing from the heart, but regardless, you took one for the team of being honest through music in the church. I mean, that was a big hit. Not necessarily a big hit to you, but the overall picture of
It's
the,
brave.
of the
Noise.
Christian music industry, it was huge.
It's
man.
brave and
So-
helpful is the way I look at it. Yeah.
You know,
for sure.
It's interesting.
So
to me.
Zach, you need a bunch of F words in your song, man.
Dude, the whole next record is
The
just
whole
me.
next record.
That's
What were you gonna say, Zach?
Well, I was gonna say that it's interesting because we were playing at a church one time, and it was the first church that you had done the not clean version of that song,
Right.
and the pastor there was he was like. He loved it. He was so
He was
glad.
like,
He
"Yes."
defended it. And it just got me thinking, I mean, I know most of the pastors I know use lots of colorful words in their language.
Just
and,
not on Sunday morning.
and I just
exactly.
think, you know what, man, it's just we got to start moving past some stuff. So I think that at the end of the day, you could get really alarmed by a musician doing it. But I think that, if anything, I would say the honesty of that song might actually speak more to me in certain cases than some sermons I've listened to.
Sure.
Because
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lack of honesty maybe coming from that pastor in that regard. So
Yeah.
I think it's been cool to see pastors coming to Chad's defense,
Yeah.
which has been cool.
Mark Driscoll, for one of them, has really been going to Chad's defense for sure.
He loves him.
Hey, Zach, I do want to ask, and Chad, feel free to chime in too. Like with you guys being super involved at Mars Hill, and here we are, fast forward, a few years. Has there been any really obvious ways in which your faith has changed, being removed from a unique sort of culture that Mars Hill had?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
completely.
lots.
I mean, I think I was talking to my wife about this last night. I don't think I realized how much my understanding of what it meant to be a servant in the church, it was so wrapped up in vocation that I completely lost sight of the fact that I didn't need to work at the church in order to be, to love people and serve God. So I think that actually really affected me in a lot of ways. But then two, just realizing how easy it was for me to kind of get sucked into certain theological or just doctrines, things that Marcel held to, that I see now more as philosophical than actual things that I think that there were certain doctrines that at Marcel in particular that were bent in a lot of different ways.
Can you name one?
In particular, complementarianism. I thought it was. I still believe, and I've talked with other people in this. I think that there are some churches that hold it, and I would say that it's a bit more balanced in how they view it. But I would say overall, it's been really misused. I think that when you read, I think there's a reason why people get really bummed out when they go to a wedding and there's a bunch of talk of submission, and it's all about the woman submitting to the man. When I don't think that's really the point of Paul when he's getting at that. I think he's talking about mutual submission, and I don't think that's really something that Marcel really preached on. And I even asked my wife. It's interesting because when we were there, she didn't feel necessarily like, oh, I'm a woman and I don't feel like she didn't necessarily think of it as a culture that wasn't embracing women. But now that she's out of it, it's insane for her to really when she looks at it, she's like, oh my
100%.
gosh, like. This is crazy, all the stuff that I was just believing and buying into.
Yeah.
So I think to me that's one of the bigger things that I look at, and I've changed it.
Yeah, it's kind of less about whether there's a theological truth to it or God's design may be this or that. That's totally fair.
Sure.
But the way the amount it's used and the way it's used and the implications of it can be way overdone really quickly, and it has a lot of impact.
Yeah, I mean, here's an example. Sitting around one time and an elder guys wanting to be elders, and we were going around reading 2 Timothy and asking them, what scares you about qualifications of a pastor? All of them raised their hand saying teaching. I was like, it's kind of crazy. Like my wife is actually a better teacher than everyone in this room.
But too bad.
Yeah, but sorry, and I just
you can teach the children's ministry.
Yeah, and it's just kind of, I don't know, man. I think we need to be a little bit more willing to revisit some stuff.
Well, I'm glad.
Go
ahead.
Are either one of y'all bothered personally by seeing him just move on? Let me change that. Not personally. Are any of y'all worried about the well-being of the people that he's now leading, or you just don't think about it?
I don't follow what he's up to, or I don't even really think about Mars Hill as much. I mean, it comes up rarely, but I am worried when I do think about like the people that are following him, because he kind of just bailed and didn't wrap anything up here, and he's got it. It's funny because I would almost say people are always like, well, there's no moral failure or anything that caused the church to collapse, and it's like, no, it's kind of like what it is.
Yeah.
It's terrible leadership. It's it's hunger and ambition for their own sake, and it's like it just ran people over. So yeah,
So you just say that is moral failure.
I would say
from your
that
point of view,
sounds
yeah.
like moral failure. It's just not like a sex scandal or something like that.
The people that know it the best
Yeah.
identify it exactly as such.
Yeah.
So you can discount that if you like.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Well, I think the whole thing is very cool. I'm encouraged that people like you are willing to be musicians, but also be brave enough to talk and do this or say the F word. It's kind of crazy because, Zach, you said something a second ago, like, it's time to get past some of this stuff. It's almost like this is very silly. Like there's podcasts out there right now with intelligent people talking about ideas and trying to solve immigration and just artificial intelligence and these really pressing problems. And we're like, right now, us reaching all these people, and we're going through this issue, and we're saying, "Thank you for saying that word." I think we're making it's so silly,
right.
Like, and but this is where we're at.
Yeah.
That's how regressed and not with it we are. We have to get past
That's
this.
a good point, man.
And it's
That's a good
crazy.
point. Yeah.
And we're going to spend time on it because we have to.
Yeah.
Before we can get to anything more important, we've got to knock down some of this simpler stuff. So thank you for being brave enough to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you guys, I seriously, there's a lot of people. Oh, good. I can hear Toby wants to say
He
something.
looks like he's going about 95.
I don't know how fast I'm going. I was thinking, do y'all ever think like Mark Driscoll wishes like he would cheated? Oh no.
He said
We didn't hear you.
Say it again.
He
Say it
said,
again.
"Do you ever wish that Mark Driscoll, if he's gonna get all the scandal, he'd at least done something like cheat?"
It would be helpful.
It just would have been so much easier.
It would have made it clearer for everybody. It would have just
At
helped.
least he could have got something carnal out of it.
Gosh.
I mean, all he got to be mean. All he got to do was be mean. He didn't get like the carnal, like however one of you was like, man, I could have like did coke.
He could at least done some drugs.
Could have done
man.
drug, coke.
Anyway, sorry. These are things
Hey,
I
we-
think about.
I definitely enjoyed this a lot. Like I'm one of those guys that I'm with you as far as, where music is at, and I don't think super categorical, but I do have moods in which I want to be more reflective on God and my faith and that stuff, and I just can't turn to the stuff that we sing on Sunday mornings and the stuff that people buy at Lifeway. So I really appreciate y'all's music for that purpose for sure. So
It's cool to hear, man.
thank you. And I want to just thank some more people. We've got some brand new club, BC Club joiners, and that's Jeff and Leah Ince, Gareth Allison, Marita Alquin, Nathan Jubb, Ross Thomas, and Will Davis. Thank you guys very much. You can go to thebcclub.com if you're interested in hearing more. And we are also giving away some Zach Bolen stuff. So we're going to give away one vinyl, 2 digitals, and also 1 T-shirt. So, yeah.
I only got one. So,
if you go, but to qualify for this free giveaway, you have to go to our Twitter and retweet that pinned tweet. So go to @BadChristianX for the possibility, the chance to win a Zach Bolen kidney T-shirt, vinyl, or digital.
Yeah, thanks
download.
again to you guys for going live on your page. If you're new here, this is a Bad Christian podcast, and go check us out on iTunes. Oh, the reviews would be helpful if people want to leave reviews on iTunes for our podcast. We'll climb the charts and just edge out Joyce Meyer would be the idea there.
beautiful.
So we will get out of here quickly, but unless you want to do a news story, Toby, you want to do one? You think you can do it while you're driving?
Oh, come on.
Sure, let's do it, man. Kick the music.
Okay.
In a world where you're driving down the road and you're on your friend's Facebook and you promised that you would not say the F word. Oh, fuck!
And that's it.
We all.
Oh my gosh.
He did it?
And he hung up and left too. He's gone.
On your friend's Facebook.
Oh my gosh, man. That's pretty great.